Back in Sarasota for a final time. This is Cavs Training Camp Nightly, presented by KeyBank, as we put a bow on the preseason here in Florida. Hi, everyone. John, Michael, and Serena Winters. It is the final time we will visit with you this week. The Cavaliers have a scheduled off day today. They do go back to work tomorrow. They're also going to fly home after their workout tomorrow and get ready for the preseason opener Tuesday at home against the Bulls.
I'm sad we're leaving, John. I mean, it's been great out here. Players have obviously had a great time, whether it was team dinners like we saw last night. Everybody is there. It's been just a blessing to be out here in Sarasota.
Yeah, it's been great here down here on the campus of IMG Academy. We're actually going to take you inside and visit with Jaylon Tyson in our next segment. I think the players enjoyed it. It felt like a good mix. I mean, there's not a lot of X's and O's here this first week. Felt like a good mix. Conditioning, they also got outside as well and were able to enjoy the weather, but a great week overall yet again down here in Florida.
Yeah, I think, John, that one of the takeaways from camp, if we want to talk a little bit of X's and O's, would just be the pace of play, right?
Question.
That's something that we certainly saw, whether it was, if you want to call it gamified scrimmages, right, where we heard Dean talking to us yesterday about the point system they had for scrimmages, but everything just seemed a little bit faster. When we talked to Kenny this week, he said he's at the philosophy of if you're really good at something, why not do more of it? And we saw the Cavs excel in their transition offense last season. So with that in mind, why not keep that up, right? And they got Lonzo Ball, who is incredibly quick, to see how he can keep that pace up and down. And also just with steals and how that can increase the pace of play on the defensive end. I think that we're going to see a difference in that this season.
Getting into the scoring zone, I think, is a phrase we're going to hear a lot early and often as the season unfolds. If you've been with us this week, you may have noticed that Kenny has been wearing some interesting gear inside at the practices at IMG, and there's a reason why.
I got to ask you, one thing I noticed. You've got Tyson on the back of
your
shirt.
They're looking good. These
You had Travers on the back of your shirt yesterday.
Hey,
What's going on?
listen, Serena. It's like if I'm gonna wear a shirt with your name on the back, that means I believe in you. Like, right?
Yeah.
Like, you're not gonna wear somebody's shirt with their name if you don't believe in them, right? No one does that. So I thought I want these guys to know, like, I want to go around town. I want to go around, walk around Cleveland with your name on my back because I believe in you.
So what's tomorrow? Your J. Michael shirt?
No,
or the
yeah.
S. Winter shirt?
Yeah, so we could
tomorrow?
I mean, we could keep going
I want to
with
be a little
this,
hurt
right?
if you're not out there in a Michael shirt.
Yeah, but especially our young guys, right? Because they're like, man, does the coach really believe? Man, I'm gonna wear a jersey with your name on it. I will say I stole the idea from nothing's very little's original from but I stole it from another professional coach in another sport and pretty famous guy. But maybe if he lets me, I'll reveal it.
So it was Travers, Tyson, and Strus who were honored by their head coach. This really is Kenny Atkinson stuff, isn't it? When you think about what Kenny wanted to do last summer and has been able to do even more this summer, establishing relationships, why? To let these guys know that he has their back.
You can tell how much it matters to him.
Yeah.
I remember just asking him about conversations he had with players in the offseason and what stood out. And he goes, it's not about any particular comment in that conversation. It's not about the detail of the conversation. It's about the conversations themselves, right? He's so interested in making sure that he builds that relationship with each of the players. And that's something that we saw out here in camp too. And that's just one of those ways that he continues those relationships, finding new ways to do that, so to speak. I know when we walked into camp and saw the first one, with Travers in the back, we said, why is he wearing Travers? The next day we saw Tyson. Why is he wearing Tyson? So it's just a way for him to show how much he believes in this group.
Yeah, you talked about the relationships. His relationship with Tyson is one that continues to grow. And as mentioned, we're going to catch up with Jaylen next. But you want to talk about a golden opportunity for a young player. Appeared in 47 games last season. He said it himself. He had hoped to play more last year. He has a great chance to do so and fit into that rotation. 2 Cavaliers starters injured to open the season. So, hey, the opportunity is there for the young man.
And Kenny Atkinson said that he feels like his gut tells him that Jaylen Tyson is going to be a real contributor on this team this year. And it's interesting talking to Jaylen because he's a guy that after games last year, I noticed he's hard on himself, right? If he feels like he didn't play a good game, he is hard on himself. But the coaching staff, his family, he's got such a great support system around saying, listen, you're a rookie. you're going to learn, and you're only going to get better this next year. You can tell he came into this season having worked on himself this summer, as we talked to him about, and it'll be great to see how that actually translates into on-court success.
No question. Rotation spots open. They are there for the taking. Jaylon Tyson is in the mix, and he's next right here on Cavs Training Camp Nightly. Cavs Training Camp Nightly is presented by KeyBank. For every financial need, KeyBank will meet you in the moment. KeyBank opens doors. We are joined by an exciting youngster in Jaylen Tyson. Jaylen, season number 2, your second Camp Atkinson. What's different between years 1 and 2 for you?
I know what's going on. It's a lot. It's a lot different. I'm more confident in my abilities. Obviously, being around these guys for a full year, most of the team is back, so understanding who they are and understanding spots on the court and principles on the court, so I'm definitely more confident for sure.
I'm guessing a lot of that confidence comes from all of your off-season work. I mean, and it shows. Out there on the floor, we've seen it now for 4 days. Can you take us through, A, what they told you as you were going into the summer, and B, how you went about doing that and to produce what we've seen out here in these 4 days has been great.
They told me at the end of the season that everything I did this season was great, right? Obviously, I didn't get the opportunity that I wanted, but every day I had the attitude and the work ethic. So they said eventually your opportunity's gonna come. And but after summer league, we had another conversation. It's like, yo, like you gonna have a huge opportunity. Like we're gonna need you this year. So when I heard that, I started to ramp it up a little bit more. But no, I was super excited to hear that, and now we're here.
Yeah. What did the training regimen look like? I mean, not only just, in terms of what you did in the weight room, but also in terms of nutrition and everything else that went with it.
The biggest thing was getting in the best shape, so the nutrition was a huge part. That was really the biggest part. How can I bring energy on a consistent basis and for longer periods of time? So that was the main focus, and obviously the catch and shoot. I feel like my catch and shoot, I don't think I missed a catch and shoot live plays. Maybe, don't quote me on that, but I don't think I missed one yet. Knock on wood. But
what was the most difficult part about the nutrition aspect? Something you had to take away?
The Nutty Buddies. I like Nutty Buddies.
Did you just say Nutty Buddies? That's the first time we've asked that question for years. I've never heard that one before.
Nutty Buddies.
That was the hardest, huh?
Yeah. It's just like the late night on the game. I'm not trying to order food. Just look up. Oh, there they are.
I know you're looking forward to not being a rookie anymore, but it is my understanding, Jaylen, that you are still a rookie until the first game. I can see from your face that is true. How do you feel about that?
They make it very known that I'm still a rookie, right?
In what way?
I don't have to bring the donuts no more. That's a good thing. But if they need stuff, still got to do that. I don't got to turn the showers on no more because that's a good thing. But they just make it known. You're still a rookie. Don't get it twisted. So
that also carries with it that you have to perform, right, on talent show nights and trivia nights and things like that, correct?
Yeah.
How's that been going?
I thought I won, but everybody didn't vote for me on that one. So, I don't got next year because I'm not a rookie no more. But, hey, it was a good effort for my part.
Yeah.
What did you choose to sing for the talent show? Go ahead.
We've heard a lot of different answers for this.
I chose Love by I'm blanking right now.
Was it Fantasia? Was it in that?
It's called Love by
See, this makes sense, though, John, because as we've talked to his teammates, they seem to be talking about how he's kind of forgotten the song. He was screaming the song.
They also couldn't really remember the song either.
Right. So this all makes sense now. You know what I mean?
Even Jaylen didn't know the song.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now it all adds up.
I was practicing, even in the shower, I was practicing, and then the lights got too bright for me.
You told me about a conversation you had over text with Donovan this summer. What can you share about that for the fan base? Why that meant so much to you?
For somebody like that in the off season to reach out and first off check in on me and then kind of like inform me that I will have a role on this team and that you're going to be an important piece. That right there it meant the world to me. And I was on the way to the gym, actually, so I got a boost of energy when I got that. I was like, all right, well, I'm not doing all this work for nothing, at least. So, yeah, I mean, Donovan's a special human being, special player, obviously, but I'm grateful for him and all my teammates.
JD, what surprised you the most about your rookie NBA season? A lot of times we hear rookies say the sheer length of the season was something that, even though I knew how long it was going to be, it surprised me. Was that surprising to you? Was there anything else that really opened your eyes over season number one?
The travel.
Oh, yeah?
I remember waking up some cities, I don't even know where I'm at. I just woke up and, all right, next thing. Like, it was kind of like a routine base, and we'll be in Philadelphia or Chicago, and I thought we're still in Detroit. So that's the hard part about it, but nothing else I wouldn't rather do.
Have you ever gone to the wrong hotel room? I know I've done that on the road. You go to the one from the last city that we were in, right?
All
You
the
know what I'm
time,
saying?
all the time. 1302 when I'm in 506.
You don't keep your number in your pocket.
Yeah.
Forget it. Good luck.
I usually text myself the day, like when we land, I text myself so I won't forget.
I take photos of my room door so that I know.
That helps a lot.
Where did you spend most of the off season? In Cleveland, right?
In Cleveland,
yeah.
yes.
So doing what mostly?
Still
Just hitting the gym, hitting the practice facility.
Yeah, just I got to experience Cleveland a lot. Cleveland summers, I love Cleveland summers. It's definitely not like the winter, I tell you that. Got to experience Lake Erie. There's a lot of things I got to do around the city, so I'm excited to grow with the city and hopefully bring a championship here.
So you've got some new guys on this roster. Lonzo Ball, Thomas Bryant. For you, Larry Nance Jr. is new. What are your impressions of the new guys coming in?
They bring a different element to our team that I feel like we didn't have last year, right? With Zoe, he brings kind of that veteran point guard, defensive-minded, but do a little bit of everything, bigger guard. Like, I love playing with him since day one when we was in L.A. And then Thomas, he's gonna bring his own energy. I ain't never seen nothing like it. Like, it's not how he talks, it's just like how he moves. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, different energy. And then obviously you got the new rookie, Tyrese. He's been playing hella good basketball, and my job is to help him get through this and hopefully not get his car popcorn. So I'm just giving him tips along the way, and he's been doing everything he's supposed to do. What's
something that, as a rookie, you wish that you knew that you might try to pass down to the young guys like a Tyrese?
I wish I would have known that the NBA is a lot of ups and downs. You watch it with a lot of good dudes on our team last year. Like, they'll be in the rotation and they'll have a really good game, but then the next game they'll be out the rotation, right? So just understand that this NBA life it's not like college. You're gonna have ups, you're gonna have downs, no consistency, and just being able to deal with it and have a good support system around you. I feel like that's the best thing you could do for yourself.
I know you do have a good support system, and I get to run into your mom or your dad. At every game, I see one of your family members there.
Every game.
How important is that to you? Because that's not something that everybody else has.
It's a different level of confidence, knowing that they've been there from the jump, right? They've seen me grow. They know my game. They know what I'm gonna do. And obviously, when you have the bad games, you need somebody to be in your ear to help you get through those bad days, so you don't turn a bad day into another bad day, right? So I'm just blessed to have them around me, and hopefully they can come to every game for the rest of my career.
Jaylen, before we let you go, expectations for yourself and expectations for this team coming into this year?
Expectations for myself, I would just say just find a consistent role on this team. Try to find a consistent role in the rotation, right? That's the biggest goal for me, and then be able to impact winning so I can stay on the court, right? And goals for the team, obviously, like, everybody's going to say championship, but I just feel like just taking it day by day and, get over that hump that we didn't get over last year.
Jaylen, we always appreciate it.
Thank
Looking
you so
forward
much.
to a big
Yes,
season.
sir. Thank you.
All right, our thanks to Jaylen Tyson. We'll be back with more right after this. Back here on our final show of the week, John and Serena. Well, last year the Cavs launched the idea to come south for training camp for really the first time ever. And they liked it so much they did it again. And IMG Academy, they were wonderful hosts once more.
It was awesome. I mean,
It
that
was.
campus is just incredible. Getting to see the track. I mean, the guys set up the baseball field. obviously the basketball facilities were incredible. We had to literally take trams and golf carts to get around this facility. It was awesome.
Tennis courts were nice too.
So
nice. Hard court. They had clay. They had grass.
Yeah, that was behind us on our first day of camp.
Yeah,
we did our open out
You're
there.
going to talk about a place that churns out players. And again, IMG Academy, you look at the NBA over the last couple of seasons, we've seen a handful of IMG alums making their way to the NBA. We talked to Brian Nash about that. He's the VP of Athletics, as we had a chance to catch up with him. Well, it is our pleasure to welcome Brian Nash. He's the VP of Athletics here at IMG to the show. So great to see you. And let me say, on behalf of our group, we really appreciate the hospitality. It's been awesome down here.
Yeah, no, we're excited to have you 2 years in a row now. And, again, great partnership and looking forward to another great year for the Cavs.
You mentioned the partnership. You have known part of the Cavs front office and the scouting department since way back when in your days in New York, right?
Yeah, the Brooklyn days. So
Right.
playing against Anton Marchand, who's one of the scouts, and Kobe's a Brooklyn guy. So he's a little bit younger, so we didn't compete against each other. But no, it's great to see old friends.
He played at your gym, right? Is that the connection?
Anton used to play at our gym because we played in the same league.
Right.
So, and now Kobe, again, like I said, he was a little bit
Sure, a
younger.
little younger,
so
yeah.
Probably came through those places.
Right.
This worked out so well last year. I mean, in talking to the coaching staff and the players, everybody had such a great time here, and we saw how good of a start the Cavs got off to last year. So, hey, why not do it again, right? What makes this marriage, this partnership so great between the Cavs and IMG Academy out here?
I think one of the things that our student athletes like about this place is it's kind of a one-stop shop where everything's here. So I think that's, I think part of the facilities here that we have where, everything's here. Weight rooms are here, courts are here, whatever they need. And then, you're in Florida in October, so it's not too bad.
I think a testament to what you've done down here and what you've accomplished is, at least in the basketball area, how many IMG alums we now have seen in the NBA over the last few years. For those who aren't as familiar with what you do here, not just in basketball, but over a number of different sports, how does it work here at IMG?
Yeah, I think, there's no magic wand here. It's like you don't come here and all of a sudden you're going to be a pro athlete. There's a lot of hard work that goes in. And one of the things that we pride ourselves on here is the holistic development of the student athlete and the mental performance that we offer, the leadership, the nutrition, the sports science side. A lot of high school programs don't have that on a day-to-day basis. So if you're real serious about what you want to do, you can elevate yourself and prepare yourself for the next steps.
Yeah, we'll have to tell you, to a man, everybody out here has been raving about this place. They did so last year. Obviously, we're back again. So thanks once again for everything.
We're glad you're here, and hope we have another great start to the year again.
Cavs Training Camp Nightly is presented by KeyBank. For every financial need, KeyBank will meet you in the moment. KeyBank opens doors. John and Serena to close up shop.
What a transition.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I really worked on it hard throughout the course of the day. Hey, the whole point of this show was about us catching up with and introducing our folks at home to some of the new guys. Mm-hmm. We met with Lonzo Ball. We talked to Thomas Bryant. We caught up with Larry Jr. again. And we haven't talked a lot about the returning veterans. But, boy, you want to talk about a group that's locked in. I think it starts with Evan Mobley and of course, Donovan Mitchell. But these guys look good early.
You and the rest of his teammates,
Yeah.
John, because when asking a lot of these guys, what has stood out, it's been Evan, both on the court and also with just his leadership. What did Kenny say the other day? He said something like, Evan right now, when you're a senior in college and you feel like you're the big man on campus, that's Evan this year. And for a guy with that type of demeanor, right, that's exactly what you want to hear from him. And also with the injuries that the Cavs have to start the year, right, Kenny has talked about wanting to put the ball in Evan's hands even more. And I think the beginning of this year is going to be a really good opportunity for that because in training camp, too, we've seen them do that quite a bit out here in Sarasota.
Yeah, think about the resume that Evan's already put together at the age of 24. I mean, we're talking about Defensive Player of the Year. We're talking about second teamer last year, and the sky continues to be the limit for Evan Mobley. So these guys get it going here. I mean, we're going back home. Cavs fly out tomorrow, and then Tuesday is the preseason home opener against Chicago. Get your tickets, as always, at Cavs.com. There haven't been a lot of, by design, X's and O's implemented yet, Serena, but there's time. I mean, the opener is not until 2.5 weeks from now. They're going to sprinkle in 4 preseason games, get some run against guys wearing different color uniforms, but there's plenty of time to get everything ready to go, and they've gotten off to a great start this week.
And what's great about this team, right, is you've got your core there. You've got so many guys from last year, but then as we've met them this week and talking to the Lonzos and the Thomas Bryants and the Larrys, you've got guys that you're sprinkling in to elevate this team. Yeah. And we're seeing that already in camp, but to have these next few weeks and to be able to have these preseason games, try some things out, have the guys get used to Lonzo's ridiculous court vision as an example, because we have seen him throw some dimes at training camp this week that have just kind of made you go, wow. So I think this preseason is going to be fun to watch these games and to see all these guys gel.
I think it's going to be fun, too, and you touched on it earlier in the show. Pushing the pace is a huge theme. Yeah. It's a huge priority this season, and we're going to see it unfold in just a couple of days.
Absolutely. Kenny said, don't mess with the good thing.
Right.
And he's one of those guys where rather than focus on what the weaknesses are, he's of the coaching philosophy that you play into those strengths. You double down on those strengths. So making those tweaks to see that this year, Kenny's more comfortable, he said, to, he's past the stage of being the first-year head coach, right? He was told that the feedback after last season was, hey, coach us harder, right? The players want want Kenny to coach him harder. So that's the best thing that you would want as a head coach.
Always great catching up with you this week.
It's been fun.
It has been really fun. Off we go, right?
I mean, this weather we've got out here.
Can't beat it.
Can't beat it. It's a great time out here in Sarasota, and good to work with you again.
That's what I mean. Great to be with you.
Yeah.
Great to visit with you at home. John and Serena coming home. Thanks so much for joining us on Cavs Training Camp Nightly, presented by KeyBank.